Dawn breaks over Leiper's Fork, where the morning sun washes across an 85-acre farm and the ranch glows softly in its light. It's a scene far from the roaring crowds and bright spotlights, but one that perfectly frames the quiet strength of a country icon. What does life look like for the superstar once the stage lights fade? In today's journey, we'll explore Brad Paisley's Nashville farm, peek into his car garage, retrace the path from West Virginia roots to Grammy glory, and see how family anchors it all. But before we step into the farmhouse, let's take a look back at the career that built this life. Brad Paisley's story begins in 1972, in the small Ohio River town of Glendale, West Virginia. Unlike many stars who stumble into music later in life, his path was almost predestined. His grandfather, sensing raw curiosity in a young Brad, handed him a Sears Danelectro guitar at the age of 8 and taught him his first chords. From there, music wasn't just a hobby, it was his compass. By 13, he was already writing songs. His first, Born on Christmas Day, revealed not only a child's imagination, but also a budding storyteller's instinct. Local gigs quickly followed. At the Rotary Club, Brad strummed nervously but won over the crowd, which led to radio play on local stations. Then came Jamboree USA, a legendary country showcase in Wheeling, West Virginia. It was there he went from the kid with a guitar to the opener for country greats like the Judds and George Jones, a rite of passage that set him firmly on his way. After high school, Paisley first attended West Liberty State College before transferring to Belmont University in Nashville, a move that changed everything. Belmont gave him the industry proximity he needed. He interned at Atlantic Records, sharpening his understanding of the business while honing his craft as a songwriter and performer. It wasn't long before Music City started taking notice. By 1999, Arista Nashville signed him, launching his professional career. His debut album, Who Needs Pictures, included the breakout single He Didn't Have to Be. That heartfelt ballad about stepfather love didn't just climb to #1. It announced the arrival of a new voice in country music. With its mix of storytelling and sincerity, it set the template for his career. The 2000s were Brad Paisley's golden run. Albums like Mud on the Tires, Time Well Wasted, Fifth Gear, and American Saturday Night produced a string of hits that balanced traditional country twang with modern wit. Songs such as Whiskey Lullaby and Ticks showed his range. One, a devastating ballad, the other a playful flirtation. Fans connected with both sides of him, the philosopher and the prankster, and Paisley never stopped innovating. In 2023, he surprised the music world by releasing Same Here, a song featuring Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, blending country roots with a global message of unity. True to his craft, he showed that country music could be both deeply local and profoundly international. Now, with a new album slated for 2025, Brad Paisley remains a fixture in the genre, a voice that bridges tradition with modern relevance. And those stories don't just live on stage. They extend into the places he calls home, most famously his sprawling Nashville farm. That's where the country star's life of music, family, and quiet simplicity takes root. Nashville Farm, the rustic life of a country music star. Tucked deep in the rolling hills of Leiper's Creek Valley, Brad Paisley's 85-acre ranch isn't just a home. It's a full-scale country retreat. Drive past the winding fences and tree-lined path, and you're greeted by a log-style farmhouse that looks like it was plucked straight from a Western movie set, then upgraded with every modern comfort imaginable. This is where the storyteller of country music writes his own chapters, not on stage, but in the wide-open quiet of Tennessee farmland. The main house embraces the rustic charm of Appalachia, but on a superstar's scale. Hardwood floors run through expansive open rooms, ceilings stretch to 12 feet, and wide windows flood every corner with natural light. It's a house designed to feel both cozy and commanding, part songwriter's cabin, part country estate. You could almost imagine a guitar riff echoing through the beams or a lyric scribbled down at the kitchen table while the sun filters in. Step into the living spaces and you'll notice the balance between comfort and performance. The farmhouse living room offers big leather couches, stone fireplaces, and that laid-back Nashville vibe. But walk a little further and you'll find a state-of-the-art movie theater, perfect for screening not just Hollywood blockbusters, but Brad's own music videos. For a man who lives in front of thousands of fans, this is his private stage, where the only audience is family. Outside, the amenities keep stacking up. A private pool shimmers in the Tennessee heat, surrounded by porches screened in for lazy summer nights. The farm fronts Leiper's Creek, giving the property a natural water feature that makes it ideal for both relaxation and family fun. Add in equestrian-friendly trails, and it's not hard to imagine Paisley's boys saddling up or the family enjoying a weekend ride through the countryside. It's not all about grandiosity, though. The ranch carries a sense of lived-in warmth, the kind of place where boots are left by the door and laughter fills the porches. It's half country resort, half songwriter's bunker, a retreat where Brad can step away from the spotlight while still living in a place that reflects his personality. What makes the property most compelling is how much it reflects Brad himself. Traditional, playful, family first, yet quietly luxurious. It's not screaming for attention like some celebrity estates. Instead, it's comfortable in its own skin, much like the man who lives there. But Nashville isn't the only place where Brad Paisley plants his roots. When the pace of country life meets the need for a coastal escape, he heads west, toward California's golden shores. Montecito, California Estate, West Coast charm. In 2010, Brad Paisley and his family purchased a 1-acre estate for just over $4 million, a retreat that remains in their portfolio today. Hidden behind tall, tree-lined hedges, the property feels like a secret garden where Hollywood polish meets Nashville soul. At its center is a beautifully restored 1940s cottage paired with a detached guest house, a pairing that balances intimacy with room for visitors. The main house, though modest in size, delivers an immediate sense of serenity. With 1 bedroom and 1.5 baths, it's less about grandeur and more about character. A cozy fireplace anchors the bedroom, while French doors spill out onto a quiet garden patio, blurring the line between indoor comfort and the soft coastal air. It's the kind of home that encourages unplugged evenings with a guitar in hand, surrounded by nothing but the sound of the breeze. Just steps away, the 2-bedroom, 2-bath guest house opens its doors to a spacious living room, complete with a fireplace and elegant sidebar. Designed with hosting in mind, it offers a refined yet welcoming atmosphere where friends, collaborators, and family can settle in. Whether it's a casual jam session or a weekend gathering, the guest house functions almost like a second main residence, amplifying the property's versatility. Outdoors, the estate continues to impress. Hand-hewn stone walls frame lush gardens dotted with fruit trees, while private terraces create intimate corners for reading or conversation. Expansive lawns soak in natural light, offering a seamless transition between the indoors and Montecito's famously mild climate. The showpiece is the Hamptons-style pool and spa, an inviting centerpiece for lazy summer afternoons or evening dips under the stars. Dining al fresco feels effortless here, whether it's a family meal or a quiet glass of wine shared after a long day. What makes this estate stand out isn't just its elegance, but its balance. It's as much a sanctuary for reflection as it is a space for entertaining, a reminder that even one of country music's biggest stars values quiet moments as much as applause. And while this Montecito retreat speaks to Brad Paisley's softer, coastal side, step into his garage and you'll discover a very different rhythm, one fueled by horsepower, chrome, and the unmistakable roar of engines. Car collection. Each car isn't just metal and rubber, it's a chapter in his life, a reflection of his small-town roots and superstar success. There's something magical about Brad's 1959 Corvette C1. a piece of history parked under his roof. Painted in a glossy black with white coves, the car looks like it rolled straight out of a vintage postcard. The C1 came with a 4.6-liter V8 engine pushing out around 290 horsepower, paired with a smooth 4-speed manual transmission. Back in the day, this car sold for under $4,000, but today, a well-preserved model like Brad's can easily fetch over $120,000 at auction. Fast forward to the modern day, and Brad balances the classic with cutting-edge performance. His Chevrolet Corvette C8 is proof of that. The C8 broke tradition by moving the engine behind the driver, turning the Corvette into a true mid-engine supercar. Powered by a 6.2-liter LT2 V8, delivering 495 horsepower, this beast goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just under 3 seconds. With a price tag starting around $65,000, but climbing over $100,000 for higher trims, the C8 feels like a rocket ship disguised in sleek fiberglass curves. The Corvette Grand Sport is where Brad's Corvette obsession gets truly serious. The Grand Sport is built for track-inspired performance, wide stance, aggressive aerodynamics, and a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8 pushing 460 horsepower. This car isn't just about straight-line speed, it's about grip, precision, and road feel. With values hovering between $70,000 depending on condition, it's a car that demands respect from anyone who hears its thunderous engine note. Not every vehicle in Brad's garage screams speed. His Chevrolet Silverado 1500 shows the practical side of a country star. It's also Brad's nod to his West Virginia roots, a truck that's as at home on a muddy back road as it is parked outside an arena before a sold-out show. Priced new around $50,000, it's a reminder that sometimes strength and utility are just as important as flash and speed. Finally, Brad's 1971 Chevrolet C10 pickup brings his collection full circle, from vintage sports cars to a workhorse with soul. With its boxy body, chrome bumpers, and deep growl of a 5.7-liter V8, the C10 is a time machine on 4 wheels. Restored models like Brad's can run anywhere from $45,000 today, depending on originality and condition. More than value, though, the C10 carries nostalgia. It's the kind of truck you imagine on a farm, hauling hay or parked outside a roadside diner with country music playing from a nearby jukebox. But cars are only one lane in Brad's financial journey. Beyond his garage lies the bigger picture of his earnings, royalties, and the fortune he's built along the way. Income and net worth. With a net worth estimated at $120 million, Paisley has built a fortune that reflects decades of hit songs, sold-out tours, smart partnerships, and media presence. At the foundation of Brad's wealth are his albums and songwriting credits. With more than 15 million albums sold worldwide, his discography, including Who Needs Pictures, Mud on the Tires, and Fifth Gear, has been a goldmine. Streaming platforms add to that with millions of plays every month, and as both a performer and songwriter, Paisley collects royalties from radio spins, album reissues, and other artists covering his work. Industry estimates place his lifetime earnings from music sales and royalties at around $30 to $50 million, a figure that continues to grow with every stream and download. Paisley's real powerhouse of income, however, comes from the stage. His tours are legendary, often selling out arenas across the U.S. and abroad. Fans don't just buy tickets, they scoop up merchandise, VIP packages, and sometimes even pay for meet and greets. His 2024 World Tour and recurring residencies have alone raked in tens of millions. Over his career, tours are believed to have contributed $40 to $60 million to his fortune, with peak years earning him $10 to $20 million annually. For Paisley, live performance is more than a paycheck. It's the heartbeat of his career. While country music is his mainstay, Brad has also dipped into television and film, adding a lucrative side hustle to his brand. For over a decade, he co-hosted the CMA Awards with Carrie Underwood, bringing not only prestige but also significant paydays. Cameo appearances on shows like 2.5 Men, Nashville, and his own Netflix comedy special, Brad Paisley's Comedy Rodeo, expanded his reach and padded his bank account. These ventures have added $5 to $10 million cumulatively to his net worth. Paisley's star power has also caught the attention of major brands. His partnerships with Fender, including his custom Blue Paisley Telecaster, the Santa Cruz Guitar Company, and various country music sponsors have been mutually profitable. Whether it's guitars or lifestyle brands tied to his cowboy image, endorsements have poured in around $5 to $10 million over his career. Even in the digital era, Paisley knows how to stay relevant. Across Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, he commands over 4.5 million followers, turning his online presence into another revenue stream. Through sponsorships, ad revenue, and exclusive content, he earns an estimated $1 to $2 million annually from social media alone. It may not rival the millions from touring, but it shows his adaptability in an evolving industry. Together, these sources paint a clear picture. Brad Paisley's wealth isn't accidental. It's the product of decades of consistency, a relentless work ethic, and an ability to evolve without ever losing sight of his country roots. Yet, despite the millions, Paisley has never been defined purely by his bank account. His fortune has also become fuel for something larger, his passion for giving back. Philanthropy. Perhaps the most visible symbol of his philanthropy is The Store, a nonprofit he co-founded with his wife, actress Kimberly Williams Paisley, in Nashville. Launched in 2020, The Store looks like an ordinary grocery store. Aisles stocked with fresh produce, shelves filled with staples. But the difference is that families in need shop there for free, maintaining dignity while getting essential nutrition. The store also provides health screenings, counseling, and education programs. In its first year alone, it delivered 1.3 million meals, fueled in part by a $1.5 million grant in 2019. Beyond that, his own Brad Paisley Foundation continues to support local West Virginia charities, from food banks to after-school programs, distributing over $500,000 in grants since 2013. Paisley's soft spot for children is clear in his support of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, where he hosts the annual Brad Paisley Celebrity Invitational Fishing Tournament, raising funds for cancer and disease research. He's also performed at fundraisers for the Elizabeth Glaser Pediatric AIDS Foundation, helping to combat pediatric HIV/AIDS while supporting families navigating treatment and recovery. Few artists embrace America's military community like Paisley. Through the United Service Organizations, USO, he has entertained troops stationed overseas, bringing the comfort of home through his music. He also lends his voice and resources to the Fisher House Foundation, which builds homes for families of hospitalized veterans, ensuring they never have to face difficult times alone. Paisley's compassion crosses borders. In 2022, he participated in the Ukraine Answering the Call telethon, and a year later, President Volodymyr Zelensky named him an ambassador for United 24's Rebuild Ukraine program. His efforts have helped raise funds to rebuild homes for families devastated by war. Closer to home, he has supported disaster relief programs like Aid Still Required, ensuring long-term recovery for communities hit by tragedy. Paisley also channels his philanthropy into medical and creative causes. He has contributed to the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research, raised funds for the Muscular Dystrophy Association, and supported Music Heirs and ACM Lifting Lives, organizations that aid musicians facing health or financial challenges. He has even worked with the Kids Wish Network to grant wishes for critically ill children, often blending these moments into his performances. And while his charitable efforts reveal his generosity to the world, his personal life tells the story of the man behind the music, a husband, father, and son of West Virginia, still grounded despite the spotlight. Personal life. In the late 2000s, He briefly dated country singer Chelly Wright, though their relationship was complicated by her personal life at the time. Wright later expressed regret for how she handled things, but the chapter became part of Paisley's story of resilience in relationships. In 2001, fate intervened when Paisley reconnected with Kimberly Williams, the actress he first admired years earlier in Father of the Bride. He recalled sitting in a theater alone, watching her on screen, and thinking she embodied the very qualities he was searching for: smart, funny, and grounded. That spark eventually grew into something real. When he asked her to appear in his music video for "I'm Gonna Miss Her," the Fishin' song, the connection became undeniable. The pair fell in love, and after a 9-month engagement, married on March 15, 2003, in a beautiful ceremony at Stauffer Chapel on Pepperdine University's campus in Malibu. The couple has built a family that reflects their shared values and love. Their first son, William Huckleberry, Huck, was born in 2007, followed by their second, Jasper Warren, in 2009, named after Brad's grandfather, who had given him his very first guitar. Family life remains central to Paisley, even as his career keeps him in the spotlight. Sports also play a big role in his personal passions. A devoted fan of the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Dodgers, Paisley has proudly sung the national anthem at Dodger Stadium on multiple occasions, including the 2017, 2018, and 2024 World Series. He remains equally loyal to his West Virginia sports roots, often making appearances as a celebrity guest picker on ESPN's College Game Day. Through it all, Brad Paisley has managed to remain both a global star and a grounded family man. His personal life, rooted in love, faith, and community, is the quiet melody that balances the louder chorus of his career. If you enjoyed stepping into this country star's lifestyle with us, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into the homes and lives of the world's most fascinating icons. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.